Hello guys, this is one again Ragu42 to go with the SciCraft crew, and we're having another server tour now, again with Iska here. Thanks for joining us on this one as well, buddy.
Hello, thank you.
And yeah, today we got something really cool to show you, so cool that the Nether has frozen over. And that project is just behind this piston boat, so let's head straight over there and take a look. So we finally arrived at the perimeter here, and you can already see in the corner of the screen, yeah, the Nether has indeed frozen over here. So one could say it's a really cold farm.
Oh my... What?
It is really ice cold. It's cold.
It fits me,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, I hear ghasts. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Is there any risk? Is there any risk they can blow me up or blow the contraption?
Safe to fly.
They're completely encased.
Ignore the one piece of bedrock that isn't broken from the ceiling. It's not there.
Okay.
Yeah, so some of you might have already guessed it. So that's of course a Nether farm, and more specifically it's targeted at wither skeletons. So, well, the concept is fairly simple. You can see here on the packed ice mobs are spawning, so that's just inside a Nether fortress. In order to prevent some mobs from spawning, like magma cubes, we have every now and then a piece of carpet here. And yeah, the ghasts are simply riding in minecarts and pushing everything off to the side, like here, into a small trench, and then there's a conveyor belt in the bottom that pushes them to the center. So here we can see it. Very roughly, it's a bit hard to see. And well, in the center we don't kill them directly, but we actually have some portals here. So we do send them to the Overworld to free the mob cap even quicker, and we don't need to slowly kill blazes or such. Yeah, someone already turned it on, so here you can nicely see from the bottom the ghasts sweeping mobs off the spawning pads.
You just need to turn on the mob spawning. Should take a little break to prepare that, I guess. So at the moment we still have 1027 mobs loaded somewhere else in the world. Those are blazes that came from a blaze spawner. They're just in a lazy chunk so they don't cause lag. And now we disabled those chunks from being loaded. Usually it takes around a minute until they're finally unloaded, and then mobs will be able to spawn here once the mob cap is freed up.
And so we should see that pretty instantly. Once the mob cap is freed up, we should immediately see spawns here within a split second. Actually, these guards, they are almost modern. You know, they are like these progress bars nowadays. They just go back and forth without showing any actual progress.
Yeah. I hate those progress bars. It looks like they're mopping the floor. Have you ever thought about that? Looks like the most massive mob.
I mean, they're cleaning it from mobs, so...
Yes, yes.
There's a reason they're called ghast sweepers.
Oh. Fair enough.
There we go.
There we go.
No.
All of a sudden things start to spawn.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, now the game will
that's cool.
2 seconds until the portals are cached, since we are still in 112, and then should run fine.
So what happens on the... First of all, doesn't ever mobs get like pushed down here, squeezed through the fence gates or whatever? Or
No.
the fences?
Some small magma cubes can fall down there, but they
Oh,
will
yeah,
die
that-
from the fall below. That's why there is the.
No, magma cubes don't take fall damage. That's why we actually saw one down here, but they
Oh no,
barely do.
they will just despawn. Never mind. Normally the player is standing high up, and everything below the farm despawns. That's why.
Yep.
But right now there's probably players.
Yeah, now we're running around all of the place, so. That's it. Yeah, so.
How do you deal with them in the overworld? So they go through the portals.
There is a small igloo at the bottom, in the center of the perimeter, and if you go in that, there's another portal, and we can take a look at the overworld side.
Maybe explain the details of the aligning?
Okay, yes. So the special part about this farm is that all the mobs have to go to a center position, so they all end up in the same portal on the overworld side. That's why they are transported first by the guests off to spawning platforms, and then the 20 blocks per second conveyor belts send them all towards the center, where we used Dragon Eggs to get rid of corners of nether portals. And they are basically pushed in 1 pixel of the nether portal in the corner. You might be able to take a look at that. So there's not much space where they can actually go through, which means they by themselves always cache the portals again. So they always go through the same pixel, which means there are enough mobs, they always load the portal cache again. And yeah, since the Dragon Eggs are 1 pixel shorter on all sides, the mobs can actually get squeezed inside the portal, even though they are standing 1 block diagonal of it.
So at the moment the server is actually having a pretty hard time. But normally this is running at a much better pace.
Oh yeah, my main account somehow not killing them anymore. Oh, wait a sec.
Oh.
Adding up for the overworld.
That's why, holy, I'm like on -5 FPS.
I went to Overworld slideshow, huh?
I had it killing them, but something was not on. Oh, the storage was on, that's why.
Oh, items piling up?
Yeah. Should
Ouch.
be fixed now.
Can
Okay.
I go through the igloo portal?
Yes.
Don't go yet. Don't go yet. 2,300 entities.
That's the problem with this kind of farms. If you have something off, like the player is not
There you go.
or whatnot, you can crash the server within couple minutes, seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's getting a lot
No,
better.
it's
Okay,
Okay.
let's head through. Oh, and
Ah,
don't get confused on the other side.
Oh yeah.
you say that now as my screen fades.
This is funny. See on the other side, if you go in spectator, you can actually see it. The mobs come out of the portal. Well, on one side they actually don't come out of the portal, but next to the portal. That's because we have the egg portal in the nether side, and that offsets them by a bit.
I think just the lost panic.
Yeah, it really didn't help that you like built this 90 degrees off.
Yeah, we can go over that later.
So
the
let's-
rooms around here are all tilted by 90 degrees. But if you're on spectator, you can actually see the mobs coming out. Then there's a player standing there just using sweeping of a sword. Kills them. The items, yeah, the XP is actually separate from the items. Some XP go towards the player to mend the sword and gets burned after a while, and the rest of the XP goes through an XP filter. That's the lava there. And the rest of the items go into storage. By now we blocked some of the sorters actually, because, well, the storage was filled up. Yeah, and then that's how we get our Wither Skeleton Skulls at the moment. This farm produces 21.8 Wither Skeleton Skulls per minute. And I can also quickly search, maybe have the other numbers as well. I think it's around 56 or over 56,000 coal per hour. Oh no, 56,000 bones, 28,000 coal, 21,000 gold nuggets, and over 50,000 blaze rods per hour.
Yeah, so now you might have figured out why the Nether got so cold.
Yep. This is, I mean, this is scary, dudes. This is server crashing scary. I'm looking at this funneling of the mobs.
We have almost witnessed server crashing because of that, yeah.
How? When was the? I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, this is a pretty fast farm. Just the wither skeletons that come out here, insane amount, and then also the blazes, of course. Blazes are a bit annoying on the nether side because, well, they fall down too slow, so they actually take up a bit of mob cap for some time. But currently we're running the server or the nether side with double mob cap, so we have 2 players AFKing, and that way, doesn't really matter if the mob cap is a little bit too high.
In the future versions, there will be less blazes and more wither skeletons, so it should be faster actually.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, everything changes in 1.13, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What are the... Okay, question. I have spotted some cows. There
Oh yeah.
are cows standing in the portal.
The cows are there, so the boats are actually occupied, and the boats are pushing the mobs out of the portal.
Oh, that is
Otherwise,
so clever.
Yeah, we need to get the mobs out of the portal, and yeah, if you just have boats, then the mobs themselves would sit in. So we just put cows in there because they were running around on the outside. Yeah, and they also don't go through the portal since they're riding boat. It's a good solution, I would say.
So in theory, you could have parrots in the boats.
Yeah. If you want to capture parrots in a boat.
I mean,
Yeah.
It would put a use to them.
yeah. Or polar bears, since everything is so cold.
Oh, true.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, now you got a new thing you have to do.
The only consideration you have to have is they can still take entity cramming damage, technically speaking. So unless your farm is like super fast, then it's not a problem.
All right.
Okay, so they get pushed out and then they get funneled down. Can someone? I'm really interested in this pickup system. I understand that the lava burns the XP, otherwise the server would lag out of XP balls. But someone said XP filter. What is that?
Yeah, that's the part in the black glass box here. The XP or the items and the XP get pushed or get funneled against a fence. And the items can fit between the fence and the ice below. And the XP can't, so it will just travel along the water and get burned in the lava here. It's actually, even down here, it's still a decently fast XP farm if you stand in here. You can pick up the XP that's not collected by the main player or burned on top.
Oh.
Yeah. You can actually repair some stuff here if you want. That's why we added a small glass container as well.
Yeah, so with F3B you can actually see the hitboxes of the XP orbs, and they're fairly large, so yeah, they really get stuck there.
And then one more thing that doesn't make sense to me. Sorry for the questions. The items goes around into lava. And then it looks like there's room for... Like, why is there... Or is this just a work in progress thing?
Oh, not really. This was for testing at the beginning if the sorters are enough. So we just placed down some hoppers here. Right now, as I said, some of the filters are actually blocked because we already have too many rotten flesh and whatnot. And also the unstackable items like the swords and armor that sometimes gets dropped by skeletons spawning in the nether, that just gets burned. That's why there's the lava. And in case we ever need to extend the storage or for more sorters or a new version comes out, we can still build it on the other side.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Okay, but now we always look behind the scenes. If we go back inside one of those tunnels, the decoration around here is also really well made. It's all tilted by 90 degrees, so you probably need to tilt your head a tiny bit.
Yeah, the best way to spot this is to stand
Just
around
here and look upwards, maybe.
down the stairs here.
Yeah,
Down
where the
there.
stairs are.
And look at the wall. Imagine the iron blocks. Imagining that's the ground. Then it gets trippy and you get headaches.
Ooh, yeah, indeed.
If you come around
Oh,
here, Iska, the next stairs here, that's also pretty visible. It looks like
oh, that is freaky. Oh, I see. Oh, oh no! Now I can't unsee it. Oh.
Yeah.
So if I just walk up the stairs looking upwards, it looks
you're walking down the stairs.
oof.
Even the people that built this still get confused from time to time. In here, there's also the storage, of course. We crafted some of the bones already to bone blocks, but yeah, the other stuff should be in here. With the skeleton skulls, double chest full of shulker boxes, for example.
The items are also flipped. That's a nice detail.
Yeah, everything.
Oh,
is
they're
tilted.
flipped the wrong way.
Oh,
Oh no, they aren't. They aren't.
Also, since we are already in a 90 degrees tilted room here, we of course also have an elevator that goes sideways. So if you want to come in here, you probably have to do a bit of parkouring.
Yeah, totally my thing. Love parkour.
Then let's press the button, call the elevator. It's currently on the upper floor, well, on the sideways shifted floor, and we can get in.
Wait a second. Ah!
Now it moves us sideways. And we come out one storage higher.
Oh, the details. I love it.
The problem was this storage was actually not enough, because, well, we produced so many items and we wanted to AFK for longer. So we built another storage below it, well, next to it, if you come down here. There is another extra storage for the items we actually want to keep. And here also, these bones here are just now from the showcase, from starting up the farm, for example. So this is just our secondary storage, because the other one wasn't big enough.
Wait, you've already got 4 full shulker boxes of bones from that.
Yeah.
We've been here for like we've been here like 5 minutes.
Yep.
I thought I built a crazy with the skeleton farm last season on Hermitcraft, but no, just crush my dreams.
This one is pretty much like 4 times faster, yes, because of using the Nether portals to get them just essentially faster to the player. Sorry, faster out of the mob cap.
But you do need 2 players though. One needs to be in the Nether and one in
Yes.
the Overworld.
Yep.
Yeah, so you get 4 times the performance for twice the number of players, so it's a trade-off.
Yeah, but then one. I can't.
But you see, you can achieve more if you work together.
True, but I can't cut myself in half. But yeah, no, you're right. 4 times better, 2 times the effort. Okay.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Now you might be wondering why this whole room is all tilted sideways, and this is actually because of the main decoration outside. You're probably a bit confusing now. You have to fly up, and then you have to fly up again.
What do you mean fly up? Flights?
Oh, yeah, walk up, of course.
Are we a zombie working for you?
You have to parkour again.
No, I have an elytra.
Yeah, this collection site is built in a giant bore drill. And since the bore drill is coming out of the ground, of course the rooms can't be facing straight up, right?
I see. Clever.
All makes sense.
Also, my goodness, the old sand and cactus looks ugly now. I'm used to the new stuff.
Couldn't we have engineered a board drill for rotating inside so we...
Who comes up with this stuff? Like, who comes up with, you know what? We need to make a sideways 90-degree interior. Now that we made this mega farm, this is what I'm really like. I wish I wish I did more personally, because what you guys do so well is, except for making Otera farms and Penta farms.
Pedo farms.
Okay, that thing. You also take time to like make proper storage systems, decorations. Panic, careful there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Whew. A little bit worried about you there. Yeah, and it's very, very impressive.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So how long did it take? That whole perimeter, the ice decoration, by the way, the thing on the floor, like a big pattern.
That's a fractal.
Can we stop? Don't stop. You're breaking your armor, dude.
King of the kill.
Ouch!
By the way, we didn't mention it earlier, but the perimeter on the other side was made with quarry, slimestone quarry, and it was the first quarry that went down 2 layers at once.
Oh wow.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that perimeter is already pretty old. Like, double layer quarries, they were really one of the earlier designs compared to what we have now.
I think it was 3 years ago that we made this perimeter.
I think the quarry went for around 100 days. Without anyone having to do anything, more or less.
Well, you did have to build a quarry.
Yeah,
but during operation.
I'm mining that stuff. It wasn't that much work.
Yeah.
So it's always a trade-off. You can spend 100 hours building a quarry, or you can, I don't know, spend 10,000 hours mining stuff. It's always a trade-off.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. All right. I think with that we already reached the end of this episode. So, Iskal, any last words?
I thought I had a good Wither skeleton farm once. Now I'm just shocked. I'm shocked. What? You got a double chest. You got a double chest of Wither skeleton skulls in shulker boxes. ×3.
Yeah.
I know I'm no longer ashamed of having a stack of beacons in my box. In fact, this wasn't even that generous. Now that I've seen this, no, it's
well,
very.
You know
very
what's the
impressive.
expensive part about beacons?
Soul sand.
Yep.
Crafting.
Soul sand.
Yeah, we already had a Wither skeleton farm earlier, of course, in earlier versions, which then broke. We basically were struggling to find enough soul sand in the world to convert them into nether stars.
that put things into perspective. Oh dear. No, it's really, really impressive. I love the interior design as well. It's very trippy though. It's a little bit scary to look up in the inside there.
Oh yeah. The headache is almost guaranteed. But okay, let's wrap this up. We'll be goofing around a bit more, I guess. Hope everyone enjoyed watching. Thanks everyone for joining, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.